Hey guys,
Yeah?
what's up?
Was that a yes?
Not yet, but there's like a little delay, remember?
Oh, okay.
Hey
All
guys.
right. Hey, we're here.
So, we honestly forgot to go live yesterday. We were busy doing yard work and getting stuff done outside since it was so nice outside.
Yeah, because we have been getting so much rain lately, and this weekend has been a really nice break. And somebody at church told me that it's supposed to be raining again tomorrow. So I'm glad we were able to spend as much time outside that we did. So.
Yeah. So, that's where we were yesterday. So,
And today.
yeah. So, here we are live now that it's dark outside and we can't do any more yard work. So, we do have a few movies for you.
Yeah, more than the last week. I think more than last week for sure.
Y'all, I only have 2 more weeks of work. 2 more weeks of work, and I can stay up later and watch some more movies. So, the first one is Pirates of the Caribbean: The Curse of the Black Pearl from 2003. Y'all, why don't you lower it so it doesn't cut our
Let's see
heads
if we
off?
can lower it. Oops.
Not the whole screen.
No, it's just doing the title. There we go. Watch this. Now the title's going to be off a little bit.
All right. Yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean from 2003. So,
Do you remember what big movies were coming out at this time? There was also Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. So 3 big summers in a row with both Pirates and Spider-Man coming out. And it was, the thing to do was go out and actually, when going to the movies was still
a thing.
a really cool thing before COVID regulations destroyed lifestyle.
Don't get us started. But this Pirates, it was the original of the 5.
I think there's 10 now.
No, there's not.
There's a lot. I can't even name them all.
There's not 10.
Yeah, there's
5.
What is this?
No.
Purse of
4?
10.
There is not 10 Pirates of the
There's
Caribbean.
like 8 to 10.
Curse of
No,
the
there's
Black Pearl, which is this one, right? And then
Yes.
I actually
Well,
forgot
anyway,
what the last
there's a
ones are.
bunch.
There's a lot. Unfortunately,
This is the first one. So this has the infamous Jack Sparrow.
Johnny Depp, of course, a very fitting role for him, and for me, maybe for her too, since we both had written Pirates of the Caribbean. This has had some real appeal to us because we're wondering, is this something that we missed on the ride, or did they just conjure up a story, behind this very, very popular ride at Disney?
I don't know what came first.
Yeah,
The
chicken
chicken
or
or
the
the
egg.
egg. The ride at Disney or the movie. I don't know. But the movie is good. It's got Orlando Bloom, who is an
Legolas.
apprentice. No, he is not. Okay, but not in this movie. He's an apprentice carpenter, I believe.
A blacksmith.
Blacksmith. Okay,
Yeah.
I knew it was something with building.
Yeah.
And he finds out he actually has pirate blood.
Oops. Yeah. He didn't like that fact. It took a while for him to...
Yes, we aren't sure how many. Fact check is out on that one. But let's see. It has Keira Knightley.
Yep.
She's the main girl character
Miss Swan?
who
Okay.
who wants to be a pirate. She's always kind of had a hidden love for pirates, a
fascination.
fascination for them. Yeah.
Because the beginning of the movie kind of starts out with that, and that's hers and the apprentice's, first interaction. And he had a medallion around him, and kind of kept that hidden, kept that in her possession until her young woman years.
So the way the wedding comes into this one is that she was engaged to be married to the captain of the army.
Mm-hmm.
But dun, 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 the pirate sweeps in and she gets swept off her feet and does not marry the captain. He was a jerk.
Yeah, I guess as you would expect. Jack Sparrow just kind of showed up. to the island in his
Drunk as
sinking,
always.
in his sinking ship.
With rum, bottle of rum in his hand.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she kind of goes off with him for a little bit. Not really interested in him, I don't think, really romantically. Just fascinated with the idea of a pirate.
Pretty good word, yeah.
She does end up falling for Orlando Bloom's character.
Yeah, and he has, had a love for her for a really long time.
They get married in the end.
Yeah.
Wedding number 2.
Does it show that?
No, I don't think it does. It just says, because in the second movie, he, becomes the pirate that he's...
All right, yeah.
He
he's
had the
destined
curse.
to be, yeah.
And so he leaves for 10 years, but it shows her with the child. They have
Yeah.
a child.
That's right, yeah.
So, it's a good movie. We've seen it a million times. Always good to watch. I love Jack Sparrow.
He plays a really good...
It's a lot of fun.
I don't know. They gave Jack Sparrow a pretty cool personality that Johnny Depp can, I think, uniquely pull off
Yes.
among other actors.
I love Johnny Depp as an actor.
Or perhaps, during his audition, they says, yes, that. We want
Right.
that. And they painted, gave that personality to him.
It's kind of sad that Disney went off the deep end and that Johnny Depp will no longer work with Disney because they couldn't make another one even if they wanted to now.
That's what
because
they get.
nobody else could be Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah.
could be that part and be successful.
I don't know. It's a really exciting movie just because it's pirates. There's not many pirate movies that I know of that are pretty entertaining, I'd say, for the whole family.
Yeah.
And Johnny Depp with the character, and a Disney ride come to life. The first one that I was aware of was the Haunted Mansion, I think, with Eddie Murphy.
That was a fun
and
ride.
his family. So I kind of like how they did that. Maybe they
Yeah.
ought to do that with the Tower of Terror. That would be kind of neat.
It would be.
But good score, good film altogether.
I give it a 9 out of 10 for this style of movie.
Yes, 9, 9 times.
Oh, our son gives it a 10 out of 10. So there you go. There's the vote. So you could just call it a 9.5, I guess, out
Yeah.
of 10 from our family. So that is Pirates.
It's just pirate, just one pirate.
Pirate of the Caribbean. Just him. Just him. Okay, he's going to fix it. There, you fix it now that we're done with the movie.
It's Pirate of the Caribbean.
Yo, guest, where are you at? You're being called out, guest. So pop on here. All right, the next movie is My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
This is...
You couldn't even not yawn for
Sorry.
30 minutes? My Big Fat Greek Wedding from 2002.
This is probably
Us.
this is a highly relatable movie to us. You got a smaller family, and then
Huge
large
family.
is large. Is large big enough?
Yes,
There's a lot,
there's a lot.
and rambunctious and welcoming and overbearing or overwhelming, for sure.
Sometimes, yeah.
Because
In the very beginning. Now I'm used to it.
because everybody is just wanting to see the new shiny face.
Shiny face.
And so and I think my family picked up on that too when we all watched this at some point and
Yeah.
said, hey, wow, this is exactly like our culture.
He doesn't eat meat. He don't eat meat.
It's okay.
Oh, I cook lamb. My
So,
favorite line of the whole movie.
In her case, because she has an
I'm
equivalent,
vegetarian.
and so, it's okay, we cook chicken.
Oh, chicken does not count. Is it? It's a meat. Chicken is a meat. It's a bird.
But yeah, so huge family, and a small family just not accustomed to that because it's just them. It looks like she was the only one, and it was her two parents and his yeah.
She's the one with the big family.
Yeah.
She's the Greek.
They totally made her look, as her dad said, "You're so old."
Yeah, they made her look frumpy. They
Yeah.
definitely made her look frumpy in the
Okay.
beginning, but she cleaned herself up nicely,
Yeah.
and she looked good.
It reminds me of the transformation from,
Hey, guest.
what is that?
Glad you joined us.
She's All That. Remember?
Yeah, the
And
big transformation.
or-
Yeah, he's all that.
Princess Diaries.
Uh-huh.
She went from nerdy to, less eyebrows.
Yeah. Yep. So it's funny. Her dad, the Greek father, uses Windex to cure everything. Windex. So
That's funny because the soon-to-be husband that did the same thing says, "Yeah, I put it on my whatever scratcher is it, and it went away."
crazy. Windex. Who would think to put Windex on everything? I don't, that's just weird.
So just because it was highly relatable to us, I mean, it's a really great film. It's cool how they came together.
I like to see the cultural differences kind of blending.
Yeah, they
It's
kept
nice.
they kept it a secret for a long time because they were not a fan that he was not Greek.
Yeah.
And so there was a part in the movie where they were trying to arrange a date with her, and they were all these bizarre,
Weird
really
guys,
bizarre
like
looking
really
guys.
old guys.
None of them were
or,
were handsome, even,
No.
or her age.
Right. They were just off.
Yeah. But yeah, the wedding planning was a big ordeal, and it's a lot of fun to watch. And I like how the dad is always integrating the Greek culture, how all these words originated from Greek, and he always traces it back from the Greek origin
Yes.
to the current. you know, like,
Orange. From the Greek word.
Portocales?
Oh, yeah, portocale.
Because that was her last. I can't
Oh,
repeat it.
it was funny. So, fun movie to watch.
Very
kind of neat
rewatchable.
to see some of the Greek culture.
Yeah. We went to a Greek festival
We did.
Many years ago, and it's,
Love the food.
yeah. It is, we love, immersing ourselves in different cultures
Yes.
just to see, even though we're not in that country,
Greece, someday. We will go.
Yeah, because America's become a big melting pot, and you just see all these cool cultures.
Yeah. So, a lot of fun to watch. What would you rate it?
I'll give it a 9 also.
Yeah.
Really, really entertaining. So
It's
was
up
the
there.
sequel.
The
Which,
sequel, I probably wouldn't give a 9, but it's still really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they squeezed every bit of juice they did out of the first one.
Who's a weirdo? Us? Who guessed? Tell us in the comments.
Oh, the movie?
Okay, so that was My Big Fat Greek Wedding from 2002. The next one, It Had to Be You from 2000. You didn't watch this one with me, did you?
No, I only caught the last 10 minutes of it.
Okay, so this one is about basically two strangers that meet each other. They were actually engaged to other people. They met each other and kind of hit it off. And they went to do all of the wedding errands and other things together to plan their weddings without their significant others with either of them.
Gee, where could this go?
So, as you can imagine, they ended up together, and but it wasn't until 5 years later. They didn't break it off with their fiancés and get married right away. They broke it off with the fiancés, lost contact for several years.
That's a long time. 5 years?
Yeah,
That's a
and
really
then
long time.
came back to each other, and then ended up getting married in the end.
So I think that was the really cool part. So what I saw in the very end, he was in the middle of a case, saving somebody from
Right, he was a police officer.
somebody about to jump off a building, and she is trying to get to him, and I'm kind of thinking, just wait.
Yeah.
He's in the middle of something huge. But yeah, she does wait for him at the bottom. It was a successful rescue,
Yeah.
and she had the book in her hand,
Yeah, that he wrote about their story.
and
So,
that was that.
It was interesting. I enjoyed it. It was a little slower paced movie. So if you're looking for a romantic, easy, laid back watch, this would be a good one for that. I would probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. It was entertaining. It was cute. I like that they didn't break up with their fiancés and get married right away. I like that.
That would be cliche.
I like that it just didn't work out with their fiancés and they broke it off. It doesn't even say when, how, why, any of that. It just shows them reconnecting 5 years later and both of them still single. So
a good source of good writing to bring them about in a more less cliche way.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, 7.5 for that one. It Had to Be You from 2000.
When you told me the title, I thought Harry Connick Jr. might have been in there because we danced to this.
Yep. No.
We danced to that song.
I don't even think that song was in it.
Oh, that's even funnier.
Yeah. All right. The next one is all you. Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. So I was gone and they were watching it, he and our son. So I don't really know a lot of, I've seen it, bits and pieces of it, but not the whole movie.
Veg, did you want to add anything to this? To Bruce Lee? Or are you good?
I'm good.
So this is probably the best film that I've seen with somebody playing as Bruce Lee. His stature really resembles him because he's
Oh, it wasn't Bruce Lee?
No, it was Jason Scott Lee,
Okay.
who played in a version of like a live action Jungle Book movie, which I haven't seen. He played Mowgli.
Got it. Okay, I have seen that.
But he's super athletic like Bruce Lee was. Very thin, very muscular, short Asian, black hair. And from the comments that I've read, this was more to show, I guess, his personality. This was not exactly a biography of Bruce Lee, but it did show his first years in the States, establishing himself as an instructor of martial arts, Jeet Kune Do, followed by his time in Hong Kong making movies and in Hollywood making movies. And so it shows how he and Linda got together. They had kids, the struggles with demanding hours from work and just being away from his family for a long time. And we actually got to see some real racism portrayed. This was, in the 60s. So very, very different from the racism that everybody talks about today. That's not really racism anymore. My opinion. Because the Linda Emery's mother was worried about the babies, and they had Bruce Lee over for some tea, and they said, the babies, they're not going to be white, they're not going to be yellow, they're going to be some half-breed. She actually used the word half-breed just right to his face. And then she also told him, well, you're an American citizen, you're not really an American. And she's, just the way that people were that were not white that were spoken to like that was, it was a different time for sure.
America is made up of migrants from all over the world.
Yeah. Yep. So it was really, really well done film. I haven't seen another movie that had an actor portray Bruce Lee's life like this.
I think the part I came in when they had their little fight, I think they over dramatized his temper tantrum.
Yeah, he had two explosive
It was a
moments
little much.
with his wife, and then both times were with his wife. The first time when he was injured, when he injured his back, and then the second time when he had come back from an all-nighter making a movie. Yeah, very, 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 very dramatic for sure.
Way too dramatic. I mean, I think they went a little over the top on that.
He was convincing, but yeah, it was a lot.
It was too much.
It was a lot for sure.
It was too much.
Yeah, he was super duper angry. But I think one of Bruce Lee's former students was an actual. He helped do the choreography or was at least a technical advisor, so that was kind of cool to see. One thing I miss about DVDs that you don't really see with streaming services are stuff like deleted scenes or making of the movie. They're kind of fun to watch.
You can get making of some movies on streaming. It just depends.
Yeah. Loved it. I saw it in the theater with my dad back in 1993 in Florida. And it finally showed up on a free streaming service. So glad we caught it.
Glad you caught it. I watched about 10 minutes of it.
And in the middle, it shows he and Linda getting married. It didn't show the ceremony, but they were in their attire and they were driving off in their car. And so it applies.
There's the wedding
It
connection
applies.
right there. Okay, so that is what we have for you this time for wedding movies. We have a list of other ones that we're planning to watch. One that we're kind of in the middle of, so we're not going to talk about that one this time. We'll talk about it next time. But I'm loving this month. I love wedding month. And it's just the beginning. We have so many more days left to go.
Just got to watch the other big fat Greek weddings.
I'm sure we will. We have time. So anyway, send us your suggestions on wedding movies that you like. They can be from any genre that you would like. We would love to watch them and review them. So like, subscribe, and ding it, baby.
Ding it, baby.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we will have a Tuesday live for you.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed
At some
your
point on
Mother's
Tuesday.
Day this weekend.
Yes. Oh, yes. My kids got me. They wanted me to show a baby chick with a flower on his head. Isn't he so cute?
Been tending to the chickens this
Look at the
weekend.
baby chicken.
He is the chicken, or she is the chicken lady.
All right. So, yes. One of my many chicks. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you on Tuesday.
Have a good night.